Do you know that you've been sunbathing wrong all this time? I'm going to tell you how to sunbathe. Because if you are trying to get a tan, if you are, I don't know, like turning yourself over like you're grilling a sausage, if you are frightened to death of being burnt and covering yourself in really horrible chemical sunscreen, then I think you're sunbathing wrong, because you're doing sunbathing and it's not relaxing. And, you know, thinking about getting burnt and avoiding skin cancer isn't the way to enjoy the sun. So maybe it's a bit late in the year now, but first of all, I got in the sun at the earliest opportunity, which was a couple of weeks in March, I think, or a week in March. It was really sunny and I did lots and lots, every opportunity, just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, sitting out in the sun with as much skin out as possible. And the sun was very low in the sky. So I got my base tan in early, and now I feel very comfortable out in the sun. And to tell you how to sunbathe properly, I'm going to have to tell you, I think, about animism and a philosophical position called idealism, which is that the universe is a mental process and you are a mental process with a perspective into the greater mental process that's unfolding for all beings everywhere, the universe. And this is different than the idea that consciousness arises from matter. So materialism says that matter is the main stuff, and then that gives the hard problem of consciousness, which is, how is it that when you arrange matter in a particular way, I end up here with a conscious experience of what it is to be me sitting here. But other things apparently aren't conscious, and then we have to decide, well, is a field mouse conscious? Is a bee conscious? Is a slug conscious? Is a cat with dementia conscious? So if consciousness is the primary stuff, then matter is organising itself according to the mental experience of consciousness unfolding. And that means that, in a sense, everything is conscious. It just might be conscious in different ways. And the reason this ties in with sunbathing is we talk about father-son, right? If you're a hippie and you've been to any sharing circles, or you go to the kind of festivals that have a lot of workshops, like mostly workshops, where you can do breath work and stuff like that. If you do that sort of thing, you've definitely heard people talking about Mother Earth, and you've probably heard them talking about Father Sky. So the sun. If everything is consciousness, and over a long enough time scale, you might zoom out on all the stars in the galaxy and see them circulating in a way that kind of defies the basic laws of physics, in the same way that you defy the basic laws of physics whenever you decide to make a cup of tea and open drawers and get tea bags out and things like that. Why does that happen? Why is your movement organised according to your intention, like you've got a plan and you're following it? Well, I think over millions of years, if you were able to take a view on the galaxy, or lots and lots of galaxies, on the cosmos, you would see that everything is circulating according to the intention of a greater consciousness, and that this happens at every level. So you are conscious, but you are a flock of organs and cells. Not all of them share your DNA. Your gut biome doesn't even share your DNA, but you are one being. And each of those cells is also an autonomous being within that, and you are an autonomous being within larger patterns, societal patterns, and so on. Anyway, so if the sun is conscious, and it's been around for Was it 4 billion years or something? I can't remember how old the sun is. It's got pretty good at being the sun by now. And so when the photons from the sun land on your skin, that is part of the operation of a being that has an experience of being itself at the scale of the whole solar system, or the whole section of the galaxy that we're in. And that being, its bodily processes involve stars processing matter to release energy to shine on you and to give you the energy that's needed for doing life at your scale. The energy comes from the container, the broader cosmic context that we're in. And the sun is just shining that energy down generously and constantly and unfailingly, because that's what it is to be the sun. That's what the sun loves to do. That's the sun living the sun's life. And I can receive that warmth and that light like I receive love from an archetypal father, protecting us from the cold, dealing with energy flows that would blast my skin off if they weren't managed properly, keeping that process happening in just such a way that I don't have to worry here on Earth about making sure that there's enough. There's plenty of energy. All the trees and all the leaves are capturing that energy. Then animals are grazing, and so on and so on and so on, and the energy ends up in me, in the same way that when you burn wood on a fire, you are feeling the heat of the sun. It's just been caught by the tree, captured into the wood, waiting to be released in your fire. So Father Sun is shining on me and Earth, and I can receive that energy and those photons as if they were intended lovingly for me. So have a go at that when you sunbathe. Have a go at that. It's a lot better than being a sausage on a grill, and it's a lot better than worrying about cancer. Like, obviously take care of yourself and take care of your skin. I'd suggest that you bring yourself into the presence of the sun, and bring your skin into the presence of the sun as if the sun loves you, and then do that in a way that is balanced and gets you a suntan. Because if you're constantly slathering yourself in factor 50, you won't get to the point where you can be in the sun, and you'll have spent a lot of money, and you'll have put some really horrible chemicals on your skin, most likely. And then when you wash it off, it kills things. You know that sun cream in the sea is a problem for marine life. Yeah. So have a go at sunbathing like that. Let me know how you get on. This is another one of those videos that's come after I've been to the sauna, so I'm nice and spacey. If you liked this, let me know what you liked about it. If you didn't like it, let me know what you didn't like about it, please. I'm interested, and ideally I'd be talking to you in an actual conversation, but for now I'm trying this, so let me know how it's going. And if you want more, click the subscribe button, the follow button, whatever it's called, and turn on alerts if you want, and tell your friends. Thanks for listening, and see you again soon. Bye for now.